Lovely. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the AI, our first actually AI Power Hour for business owners. Um, it, AI is just so prevalent everywhere, and it's so important for businesses to really get on top of it now. And it's changing constantly, and we're learning. As the more and more we do with AI, we're always learning because there's always new things coming out. So we felt that it's useful to have like a regular just power hour to teach you, train you, share stuff with you. And be really focused on business. We'll be looking at tools, training, and really give you an opportunity to have some practical hands-on experience, so that you've got a chance to work on your business rather than in your business, which is always a big challenge when it comes to for business owners. Excellent. So, as I say, AI is, everywhere. And there was a recent survey done by the US Chamber of Commerce, where they discovered that nearly every business, 98% of small businesses, said that they're utilizing some AI in some form, in some tool that they're using. Now, that is an awful lot. 40% said they were using generative AI tools like chatbots and image creation, which has gone up nearly double of last year's survey. So AI, we all know, is here, and it's here to stay, and it's accelerating at such a pace, and businesses are jumping onto it now. So we're really interested to find out, how are you using AI in your business? Drop us a note in the chat if you can. Just tell us what you're using AI for. But we've also got a little poll for you. Maya, can you just pop that up, please?
Yeah.
Let us know where you sit in terms of your level of proficiency with AI right now. A business plan, that's good. Excellent. That's really good. So Q&A prompts, multi-step prompts, other. Be interesting to know what other is. Q&A prompts, largely. That's cool. That's cool. AI home decorating. Oh, interesting. Thank you. That's great. How many people in the room? Have we got anybody else coming in to add some comments on that? This one needs to be interesting.
Going twice? Oh, come on. Surely I don't have to do the auctioneer thingy. Writing
there
cover
we
letter.
go.
Are you job applying for jobs? Or are you by helping them apply for jobs, Brett? I'm just curious.
Excellent. So we just wanted to get an idea of, what the level of proficiency is in the room, so that we can tailor what we're talking about here to you. So thank you very much for those of you that answered. So we've got...
We got 8 answers. Come on, there's a few more of you in here. Click on. Not that difficult, I promise.
Maybe it's just their note-taking machine that's here.
Ooh.
It can't do a poll, obviously.
I'll leave it up for another minute.
So far, 63% on Q&A. That's interesting. That's great to know.
AI accounting software. I'm going to assume, Asha, that this is actually, it was regular AI software, and now, sorry, regular accounting software that's now added some AI functionality. Hopefully. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I think we're seeing that AI is being integrated into most software platforms now. I think it's going to be in everything, really, isn't it? Okay. All right. Let me move on to the next slide, shall I? Okay. So for those of you that haven't seen us before, my name's Karen Chung. I'm in the UK. And Maya.
Ooh, I'm Maya. Maya. I'm in Canada.
Yeah.
We're having a ton of fun with AI, in case you did not guess already.
Yes, we've been running various workshops. We are AI consultants. We help businesses to leverage AI to get the most out of out of it, because now really is the time to be jumping on and not being left behind. But this is not about us. This is about AI, and this is about how you can use AI as well. So in the next 45 minutes, or whatever time we have left in our power hour, we are going to introduce you to something called custom GPTs. Has anyone used or heard of custom GPTs before?
Drop me a 1 in the chat, please, if you've used them before, and a 2 if you've made them before.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
please.
a 0 if you've never heard of it before.
Okay, Brett's used them. Sonia's not heard of
Sonia's
it yet.
not.
Okay.
Excellent.
Anyone
No.
else? Okay, what does this mean? If no one
Okay, brilliant.
responded, does that mean no one's heard of it, or is that everyone's already made their own custom GPTs and they don't need to talk to us?
What? The no.
No,
No,
there's only 3
zero
responses.
zero means that they've not heard of it before. That's what I
I
said.
mean, there's only 3 responses. There are 15 people in the room, including you, me, and your phone.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of people that aren't getting into action here
Yeah,
just
no.
yet.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
So
that's great. Well, we're going to introduce you to custom GPs because they are quite amazing.
okay.
And
So she's
you'll
used
see
them.
that in a few minutes. Okay.
Right.
Okay. You have heard of custom GPs, so brilliant. Okay, that's good.
Used.
So we're gonna show you custom GPTs and how you can create them yourself. And they are quite straightforward to create, and also all the different ones that are out there that you can piggyback and use. We're going to talk a bit about prompting, and we're going to give you a hands-on session using an LLM, a large language model of your choice, maybe ChatGPT, maybe Claude, maybe Gemini, whatever you choose to use. And we'll have a prompt for you to really start looking at your business and give you some value add for your business, and then we'll go into Q&A. So this session is going to be quite packed, but it's be quite focused, and really there to help you in your business to see what you can achieve. So first and foremost, custom GPTs. Now, I'm assuming you've all kind of been playing with ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or one of the large language models. And as you said in the poll, you are using it largely, most of you are using it for Q&A, question and answers, and getting very quick and easy responses. It's so quick, isn't it? It comes up with some really good responses. But really, what you get out of ChatGPT or any of the large language models is really dependent on what you put into it. And custom GPTs are a wrapper around. We're going to look at ChatGPT is a wrapper around ChatGPT, where it's been given a specific task or a specific role, particular parameters and instructions, so that it acts in a certain way but can do the same thing repeatedly without you having to keep prompting it each time you go in to use it. So it's like a little tool, custom tool that you can create for yourself using ChatGPT. So what I'd like to do is show you how to use that. Right, now I just need to come out of this. Oh, right, there I can go. Here we go. Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see ChatGPT?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody? Now, this is going to be an interactive session, so we really appreciate your feedback and let us know how things are going. If you've got any questions, pop them in chat and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Okay, great. So this is ChatGPT. I'm sure pretty much everybody probably has seen this, and most of the time I am guessing if you're doing standard Q&As, you're popping your cursor in this box where it says ask anything and asking it to do something, and it does it, and it does it very quickly and pretty well as well. I'm sure you'll all agree. And now there's something called custom GPTs, which, as I said, are wrappers around this general window, which enable you to give it like specific instructions. Now, I just clicked on, you see on the left hand side here, you may not have all these things above here, but on the left hand side there's this little tab called Explore GPTs. When you click on that, it takes you to this screen, okay? And this screen is basically a marketplace or a library of GPTs where that people have created. Now, if you are a Plus user, you have the ability to create GPTs. Okay, in other words, if you're paying for $20 a month to use ChatGPT, you have the ability to create them, and I'm going to show you how and how really helpful it can be. But you don't need to. If you are a free user and you don't have a Plus account, you can actually see in here there are already loads and loads of GPTs that other people have created, and they've made them available to anyone and everyone. Okay, so when you create a GPT, you can either use it for yourself, you can share it directly with others that have that link and it doesn't go into the general listing here, or you can share it and make it available for everybody. And in here, as you can see, there are GPTs for you've got trending GPTs here. So an image generator, Canva, Scholar for writing content, video AI. If you look at the top here, there's different categories. You've got writing, all these different writing GPTs, and there's a lot more. If you click see more, there's a lot more under there as well. There's productivity GPTs, there's research and analysis, education, lifestyle, programming. So there's pretty much probably a GPT for most things that you could want. And if you click into them, they're basically let me go into this Write For Me one. I haven't been into this one, so I don't know what it comes up with. But here, it gives you a conversation starter. It has certain capabilities. It's already been rated by some people. And you just click down here to start the chat, and then you can just start interacting with it just as you would with ChatGPT on the main screen. But this GPT, this custom GPT, has been tailored specifically to write engaging content with a focus on quality, relevance, and precise word count. So it's kind of quite specific, and you can use this whenever you want, and it's free. But what's really good is actually you can, if you are a Plus user, you can create your own GPTs, and you can do that by just move my video thing here, by clicking on this button in the top right hand corner that says create. Okay, so I'm going to click on that now, because you can go away and explore this this listing and this library at any point in time. So we're not going to dwell on that. I really want to show you how you can create it. So there's two ways you can do this. You can create using their kind of wizard here, where it basically asks you questions and you just answer it, and it will create the GPT for you. Or in this configure screen, this is where it populates more information and more detailed information. If you wanted to really give it more specific input, then you would do it directly in that configure screen here. And if we go through create, just show you briefly how it's done. Okay, so here it's actually saying, right, I'm here to help you build your new GPT. You can just say what it is that you want it to build, and it will start out for you. So let's just say I want you to build, what should we choose? Build a GPT that gives me articles for my, gives me posts ideas for my business, social media post ideas. Okay, so if I just put that in there and click here, it then automatically goes and says, okay, you want a GPT that gives social media ideas for my business. Brilliant. Right, now it comes up with a suggested name. How about Social Post Spark? I could say, no, can you try give me another idea? Or I could just say, that's fine, that's good. So I'm just going to say that's fine and move on. And then it generates an image for this GPT. So it's just going through that now. So it does everything for you. It's just basically a wizard. It's so easy. You can play around with it. You can ask it to be more direct. You can say, no, can you do it in red and black for me? Or can you, not have a light bulb and have a robot head or anything or a social media icon? But that's fine for me. I'm happy. So it says, shall we move on? So I'm going to say move on, please. Oops. Okay. And then next says, great, okay, now make sure that it gives you the best post ideas. What should it always keep in mind or avoid when suggesting content? So I'm going to say keep, so it's coming up with ideas, isn't it? Always ask me about current topics, trends, and then I'm going to say keep it family friendly. No obscene content.
Do you mean ask me about current topics and trends, or do you mean suggest current topics and trends? Because I don't think I should go and look up trends. It
Okay,
should.
well, we can always, all right, ask me about current topics or trends. No, ask me, tell me
Thank you.
about current topics and trends. Keep it family friendly. What else? Let's just leave it there, shall we?
Yeah.
I'll say include hashtags. No emojis. I find emojis annoying when I look at social media all the time.
Okay.
Right, so it's now updating this. So I've just spoken to it and it says, okay, got it, family friendly, up to date, hashtags, no emojis. Right, next up, how do you want me to talk? What kind of persona do I want? So I want quirky, maybe. Quirky, friendly, yet professional, if that's something that can do.
Okay, that sounds like a split personality there.
Right, right. So it's all set. You can try it out on the left-hand side. So
All right, that's
you can now try it out. Right, okay. So here on the right-hand side of the screen is a preview. And I can actually, normally it comes up with it with the name and everything. Want to tweak anything else? Not at the moment. I'm going to answer it, not at the moment. Right, so I'm going to say, all fired up, ready to go. Give it a spin. Okay. How can you help me?
who are you and what do you do?
Right, I'm so glad you asked. I'm here to be a brainstorm buddy for content. So it basically comes up with, yeah, it's made all this stuff up for myself, telling me what kind of content um I can put in. So it's saying, so let's get started. What's your business or brand? What platforms are you posting on? Any goals or vibes or tone, or just throw me a post idea and I'll get stuck in. So basically, this is specifically tailored to really focus on social media content. Now, what you can do, so that was a wizard that I just went to, but if I go into configure, this configure tab, you'll see here everything that I've just written has the request I've just written has been translated into what's here. Okay, and what it's done is it's converted my input into an instruction, which is put in this box here. And then it's given me a couple of conversation starters. Now, the other thing that you can do here is you can add a knowledge file. So let's say you wanted to create a custom GPT just for your business. And you're not going to share it with anybody, but this is for you. So that each time you want to do some content for social media, for example, you want to go straight in here instead of going to the general chat GPT and ask it, can you create this? I want this, I want, I want this, that, and the other. This custom GPT has been focused and has been trained to help you. So you can upload a file here, which could be all the details around your business and your brand guidelines, your customer avatars, your vision, your mission, the products, all that kind of stuff can be put into custom knowledge bank here. Okay. And so you just upload a file. If I click there, I'm not going to upload a file now, but if you click there, it'll basically go straight to my my file manager and find a file, and I can upload it. And then it has that knowledge bank just for you. So for your business, you can then save this. So this is a very high level explanation of how it would work. But if we saved this by clicking create, it says, okay, is this created for anyone who has the link? So we could share the link. Or is it created for the GPT store, that listing library that you saw earlier? Or is it just for me? So if I were to just create this for me, it's now given me a link and I can look at it. So now this is my custom GPT, and I'll find this on the left hand side. If you can see, I've got quite a few, but on the left hand side you see here social post spark. That's the GPT we've literally just created. If I'd put in a knowledge base in there, if I'd given it, uploaded some files about my business, everything that I wanted it to know, so that it could be really good quality social media posts, I could just come here whenever I wanted a social media post and talk straight to it, and it would really be able to map everything that it needs to know to give me a quality result. And it works just like it is Chat GPT with a wrapper around it with specific instructions, specific knowledge base, and a defined task. And that's basically what a custom GPT is. And that's what these other people that have done it in their when you click explore GPTs, all these people have created these GPTs in a similar way, and now you can just go in and go directly to an image generator, go directly to I don't know what all these things are, do hours worth of research in minutes, productivity GPTs, create videos, image generators, mainly all that kind of thing, presentation diagram generator, research analysis, education. It's all there. But again, as I say, you can build these things for yourself. So that is a custom GPT. And you can, as I said, you can create them if you have a Plus account, but you can use them on here if you have a free account. And for $20 a month, you can basically create as many as you want. So you could have as many custom tools perfectly customized and tailored for your business that you can call upon at any time, so that you can do a task super quickly in ChatGPT. Right, just going to go back to the presentation now.
Does anyone have questions?
Yeah, I was just going to say. What are the thoughts? Is that something? Okay, Ryan had to go.
I'm going to ask everyone is, would you like a hands-on session, not today, but some other time where you get to practice making custom GPTs for yourself? I mean, you don't need us for this. You can absolutely do it on your own. But if you
Yeah.
want to
And
join, say,
yeah, and I showed you the very high level introduction. So it gives you an outline, it gives you an overview, it gives you an idea of what you can do. And once you start playing with it, the world's your oyster in many ways. But there's a lot
you,
more than you can do than I showed you there. So we haven't got time to go into it, but we're thinking about doing a full session just on custom GPTs. So we're just wondering if it's something that might be of interest.
so Donna's asking, do I need the upgrade chat for the way you do it? To create a custom GPT, yes, you need Plus. So that's the $20 a month subscription for ChatGPT.
Yeah.
To use them, you can just use your free ChatGPT account.
Yeah. But if you think about it from a business perspective, if you have a business and you are, um, you know, Chat GPT and AI is able to do so many things for you so much quicker than ever before. But actually, this can be a shortcut to do it even quicker because you've actually customized and trained these assistants, as it were, to be doing things specifically for you in the way you want it.
Yeah.
So for $20 a month, this gives you the opportunity to create unlimited number of assistants in that way, and train them on your business. And that can save you an awful lot of time in its own right.
And by the way, there's another thing you can do with custom GPTs. You saw how easy it was to make a social media custom GPT. Well, you could, for example, use those as lead magnets. So go out on Instagram, go out on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, and say, hey, I'm offering you a freebie. Pick up this custom GPT to help you with your social media. And people still want that. So that's one way to get people on your mailing list, which
Yeah,
is
depending on what your business is, there's certainly um, different things you can create, isn't there?
Mhm. All kinds.
Exactly.
That's yep.
Okay. So you love that idea. Good, Karen. Another Karen in the house.
Hey,
Hey. So you can see how easy it is to create custom GPT. The quality that you put into it really relates to the quality that you get out of it. And the way these custom GPTs work is that you saw there were two buttons, one that said create, one that said configure. When you talk to it through the create button, that gives you the options for basically ChatGPT will create the instructional prompt for you. In
and
configure, you have the
actually,
ability. Sorry?
actually that version is actually a GPT itself because it's been trained to ask you specific questions.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
other side of it is, I would say, start with the question and answer, and then refine it in the configure. Then you can give it all your background information,
Yes.
things not to say, all of that.
Exactly. But the quality of the prompt that you give any AI model is going to represent the quality that you get out. And even the very simplest of questions, just ask me to write a blog post for my cleaning business. It will write a very good article, but it won't necessarily be really tailored article. It won't be very specific related to your business because it doesn't know anything about your business. So it's really important when you're trying to get anything out of any AI model that you actually be very specific, give it a lot of context, a lot of information, so that you can get the best possible output. Because the bar has been raised with AI. Everyone's saying, "Oh, AI is making life easier," and in many ways it has, but actually, it's also making life more difficult because you've seen how easy it is to create a custom GPT. And okay, not everybody knows about it yet, but they will do soon. Um, and that basically means that all these tools, all this functionality, and the knowledge bank that exists in these AI models is accessible for everybody, and that knowledge level is rapidly growing. So to stay ahead, you need to be staying ahead of everybody else, staying ahead of your competition in business, um, and so that you get better results. Because otherwise, you get the good results that AI is coming up with now will become the average results going forward, because everybody is going to be using it. So you need to find out how to use AI to get the best results. And that's really where, it's really important to become quite skillful in understanding how you give the instructions to your AI model to get the best possible output. Because yeah, the bar has been raised, and everybody is going to be clambering, and it's going to get higher and higher and higher, which means that our our AI proficiency levels need to start ramping up.
The good news is you can literally use AI to train you to use AI. So
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay, so we want to get a little hands-on here. I'd like you all to open up your AI tool of choice, your AI language model of choice. That could be Chat GPT, it could be Gemini or Claude,
or
whichever
Nemotron.
you have an account in. Well, yeah, any of them. And you don't need to have a paid account, just a very basic free account with
You
any
can
of
do.
them. And what we're going to do is this is a chance for you to work on your business. So we're going to give you a prompt, and we're going to show you how it runs, what to do, and then you can run that for your business, okay? And then get some really valuable input out of it. This is the prompt, a lengthy prompt. It's in red because you'll see it's in red on the document we're going to give to you in a minute. It's quite a lengthy prompt because really we're asking it to do something, a lot of work here, and it's a quality prompt, so you're going to get some quality results. Maya, do you want to run the prompt, or shall I do it?
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on a minute. I'm just gonna.
All today. I'm being
Right. Okay. Let me just try and. Oh, hang on. I'm just gonna go in here and copy everything. So now we're going to give you a document in the chat in a moment, when you can actually try this out for yourself, okay? And I'm going to go into a new chat here. Okay, so I'm now back into the main chat GPT screen, and I've literally Control-C copied that prompt, the one in red, and I'm literally going to, whoa, hang on, no, that's not right. Control-A and delete that. I didn't manage to copy that very well, did I? Hang on a second. Control-C. Oh, hang on a minute. Maybe I copied the wrong thing in here. Let's just see again. Control-V. Right, okay, here it is. So this is a prompt that is in the document we're going to put in a moment. And you don't need to look at it at all, really. All you have to do, copy it in, make sure you're copying all of the red text in that document, and press enter, or press your arrow. And then it's going to start thinking about what I've asked it to do. And there you go. Okay, so now this prompt is basically going to ask you, as it's asking me now, for the name of my business, and also what I'm selling and who I'm selling it to, and what benefit that my customer gets from this service. And then it's going to go away and do a whole load of research for you, which typically would take you
Oh, wow.
days, weeks to
If you hired a
run
marketing
through.
agency, it would take you a minimum of a week, probably closer to 2 or 3.
And thousands of pounds, dollars, whatever your currency might be. So this is going to get that information for you very, very quickly. It's basically going to understand who your target audience would be, and what their fears, what their objections are, what their dreams, their desires, to really come up with a very valuable insight into who your customers are. And then it's going to come up with a story brand which gives you basically a opportunity to pull together all that information into a compelling story. So all of your marketing can relate to it, and you can really connect with your customers in the best possible way. So right here, let me follow this anyway. So you're going to copy and paste that prompt. It's going to come up with something very similar to this, maybe not exactly the same words. It's given me an example here, and I help businesses be more productive and save time with AI. So I'm actually, because I've set this prompt up, I'm actually going to copy that, because that's exactly what we do. We help businesses become more productive and save time with AI. So I'm going to put that in here. Now you need to put in the name of your business. You need to say how you help, what you sell, who you sell it to, okay, and why. What do your customers get from, what benefit do they get from your product or service? So I've just put that in there. We're Practical AI, and we help businesses be more productive and save time with AI. Okay, right, so it says great. We're now going to get started by turning the assignment over to a team of customer psychology experts who will do an in-depth analysis of all the psychological triggers your customers use to make purchasing decisions. Are you ready? I just need to go into the chat box again and say yes. Go. Okay. So now it's going to do a whole load of research, which, as Maya said, would typically cost you thousands of dollars or pounds and weeks of time. And it comes up with saying, okay, yeah, here are the insights we've uncovered about your ideal customer profile. Their dreams. These are the outcomes that customers will resonate with most: operational efficiency, strategic advantage, time freedom, modernization, empowered teams. These are the things that they want as a consequence, potentially, of leveraging AI. Failures: they may be overwhelmed, there are too many tools, very little guidance, lots of jargon. They've got burnout with other agencies, there's overpromised and under-delivered, there's a lack of return investment. They've got fears. Their fears are they lose control, it's complex, the value and cost conundrum. Is it going to do them out of a job? Their suspicions, all these things. What are the obstacles that they don't want to change the way they do things? They're just stuck in their habit of doing things the way they've always done it and resistant to change. Maybe they don't have the budget for it. Maybe there's time constraint. So knowing all this information about our business, we can then really pull together a compelling story, which then feeds through to every single piece of our communication with our potential customers, our marketing, our sales, our conversations, our website, everything. So now it's time to turn these insights into a brand story. Am I ready? Yes. All you do is type in yes, and off it goes again. Right, okay, here we go. So the brand story. Our target audience, the hero, the character, is a small to medium-sized business, operations managers, and forward-thinking CEOs who are ambitious about growth, but overwhelmed by the demands of running a business efficiently in a fast-moving digital world. They have these problems. They have external problems about losing time from repetitive admin, inefficient workflows, internal problems, is stretched too thin, philosophical problems. Do they believe in the technology, and how can I help them? How can I be their guide? And it tells me what I need to do, how I need to do it, and how to call them to action. And this helps them avoid failure and ends in success. So that tells me a lot about how I could go about it. So now they can pull this together in a compelling brand message that we can use in our in everything that we've put together. I'm going to say, yep, I'm ready. So now you are going to do this in a moment for your business, and it's going to come up with some valuable insights.
Just going to warn you, we've
It's
only about 18 minutes left.
That's fine. Okay, so here is our brand story. Okay, we help small and mid-sized businesses. So this goes into more detail in terms of putting a some kind of story, message, theme behind all of our marketing. And it then can, with all that information, it can then start, putting content on my webpage. It can write an email campaign. It can put a presentation together. It can put social media messaging together, because it knows what our customers' desires are, what their objections might be, what their fears might be, what's challenging them at the moment. It has all that information, so it can really hone in on providing the best information for you. And as a business, any business really needs to get under the skin of their customers. They need to understand what's keeping them awake at night. What are their dreams and aspirations? Because that's what you're playing to when you're talking to them. So this is your opportunity now to get this insight for your business. Maya, can you put the document in the chat, please?
I don't have it.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Let me get that for you. All right, so let me stop sharing my screen.
Sorry
Now I
about
can get into that. That's okay. One I prepared earlier. Brilliant. Yeah. So hopefully that has given you some real insight into your business. As I say, working on your business, not in your business. And demonstrated to you something that you could do that's going to add value for you. Now this is just really
before you go forward.
Yeah.
Can anyone identify the name of this guy? Yes, I Googled it.
It's Luke. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Toby Luke, CEO
Yes.
Shopify.
Yes. So basically, this
Jimmy.
is something that is really, really. So I almost did not come off. I'm glad you did, Karen. Excellent. Right. So AI skills are now expected and required. The CEO of Shopify, which many of you may know, is like one of the biggest kind of e-commerce platforms out there, worldwide. And he is basically saying that AI is now mandatory for all his employees. So he's expecting his employees to use AI wherever it's possible. And he will not, he won't sign off on any additional spend for any additional resources of any kind until they've proved to him that it's not possible to do in AI. Yes. And he's basically saying that AI is the future. You need to have that skill set, and I would imagine that basically every business, he's saying every employee needs to be working with AI as a matter of course. It's a basic function, a bit like Word and Windows is now. It's becoming fundamental, and it's required and expected. The job market, we're seeing adverts out there asking for people who can do in effect the work of 10 people because they have AI skills behind them. So as a business, it's either it's your business and it's just you, maybe you need to be having the skill set that enables you to compete, because your competition is going to have this AI skills, and they're going to be able to do things faster, easier, cheaper, potentially better. And that's where we're quite passionate about everybody building up their AI proficiency. And also, if you have employees, then to really help them and encourage them to build up their proficiency, because that's going to help you in your business. And if you are recruiting anybody, then really making sure you're bringing in somebody who has AI skills, because that's where the market is going now.
Because over the past year, in 2024, the big deal, everyone was making this huge noise about, oh, the kids are trying to use AI for writing their essays, for doing their homework, for, trying to answer their exams. But now the reality is they have to, right?
Yeah,
Any school, college that says, no, don't use AI, that's like tying the kids' hands behind their back and
yeah,
expect to succeed in the world. That's not going to.
exactly. I completely agree. It's the future, and we need to embrace it, because otherwise we're dinosaurs.
We, Karen and I are both consultants uh, with Simple Academy. Um, One of the things that Steve, the founder, talks about is there's this Canadian billionaire who's got many entrepreneurial businesses and whatever, but he recently put out an ad for a finance director. And he specifically says in the ad, I don't want the average finance director. I want someone who's using AI every day, who's built his own custom GPTs, who's offloaded the regular accounting stuff into AI, and basically who, even if he needs to talk to a lawyer, first does everything in ChatGPT. So, it's to the point where even an expert like a lawyer will only be consulted after you go through the GPTs and get some advice, so that you're no longer going to be at the mercy of anybody, right? ChatGPT is your little ace in the hole. It's your best friend who's also really, really well informed. And Karen and I have this argument all the time. Is it smart? Is it not? We won't go there today.
Yeah. So basically, we're passionate about everyone picking up their AI proficiency, basically. And as you can see, a quality prompt like the one we've showed you, um, really can get amazing results. Can do the work of a whole team of people and do it within seconds as opposed to weeks or months. So there's so much that you can do, especially when you working in the business and working on the business. Um, and we've got an opportunity for you to have some free training. Simple Academy are offering free AI workflow practitioner training and certification for businesses and all employees within that business. Um, so if that's something that maybe you can understand the value of, uh, we encourage you to take this up, because, and if
So
some of you might have been on the training with Steve, who heads up Simple Academy. He's absolutely brilliant, and he will be. He What he trains is really at the forefront of everything, um, and this is
the
some
the
free training.
prompt you just got was an example of one workflow.
Yeah,
So imagine having a bunch of these, 10 of these, 15 of these, 20 of these, and that's what you'll get with that free training.
yeah, and
It's
I
basically,
just put the link in the
it
chat.
doesn't have to be just one kind of business. You tell it what kind of business. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes. Connect on LinkedIn. Brilliant.
Yep, like that. Um, Exactly. And actually, if you that is a free training. If you have a business, what kind of business? Well, any business really. They really want to make sure that you are in business. You're not using a Gmail or Yahoo or a generic email address, but you have a business behind it. But then yes, that the initial free training is free for all people who are working within that business. And yes, if you're one person, that's fine too. Um, you're all welcome to connect. I'd love to. Yes, we will definitely connect with you. I've got to get my LinkedIn account. I'll do that in a minute. Also, if you sign up for that free training, we are setting up a Practical AI for Business community site. And we're also offering, if you're signing up for that, we'll offer you support within that community, as well as other trainings and resources and updates on AI news, that kind of thing. We're just setting it up at the moment, but if you join this free training now, we would love um, to follow your journey and do it along beside you. So your QR code connects to. Oh, does it? Oh, good. Yes, of course it does. Thank you,
You
Brett.
set it up
Well done.
for that. Yes.
um, so yes, if you're going for the free training, you'll also get into our membership site, and that will be a community for us all to interact with each other, share, support each other, and we'll be putting additional training and resources and stuff like that in there as well. So we hope that you will join us, and we hope that you're looking to take on this additional training, because, as I said, the
Take the
quality
free
that goes
training.
in, sorry, the free
Take
training,
the free training, please. It's
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah, and it's self-guided. It's using AI to teach you, and it's very clever.
The only
Um,
thing that they do manually in that company is actually evaluate whether you passed your certifications. Just FYI.
um, Karen is saying, sorry, multitasking with work. What's the free training? Okay, let me just put it in again. There you go. Right, so we're wrapping up in a moment because we're just over our hour, but we have got a number of upcoming trainings that are coming up. Just to let you know, we will be holding another AI structured prompting session. We're also going to plan a custom GPTs training, so we'll go into a lot more detail than we did today. We have got some AI powered learning coming up, where we're using AI prompting techniques to really tailor the learning from some classic key business and personal development books.
Speaking of that, we actually did one just a couple of days ago, but we are going to repeat it next week. So be on the lookout for the How to Win Friends and Influence People. That was so much fun.
Yeah, yeah. So this is basically, we're taking some classic books and we're using AI to really tailor the learning from those books to each of us individually. So we go through similar exercises. This we'll put prompt in, or we'll have a custom bot to basically help walk you through the learning. So they're tailored just for you. So you don't need to read the book. You can get a summary of the book, all tailored to you, and the lessons that might come out of that specifically for you. So that's the Lean Startup, Atomic Habits. They'll be coming up very shortly. In fact, the Lean Startup, I think, is already scheduled for Friday. Atomic Habits, we still need to schedule as the Winfluence, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And then, of course, this AI Power Hour, our intention is to hold these on a regular basis.